I just heard. I grabbed all my stuff, and I'm headed to you right now, okay? Be there in 5 minutes. All right, we got them, boys. So now that we've got this kit all set up the way we want it, let's go ahead and do a breakdown of what everything looks like, how I'm feeling about everything. So the assault pack came out pretty wicked, in my opinion. It was pretty salty, it was pretty dirty, as you guys saw, or will see, depending on if I put this before or after the unboxing. So I've taken the canteen pouches, modded them on the side there, so I have my water sources on the side. Right now it's just stuffed with some rain jackets and such, just because I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here yet. Inside of the assault pack, we have rolled up the bandolier. So this thing needs to be adjusted bigger, just because I like them bigger, but this does hold 6 steel mags. And then for the flick itself, do a little 360 for you guys. This looks pretty sweet. I've got everything overlapped so I can fit as much stuff on the molly as possible. So we started with the triple mag. We put a double mag on each side there. You could use this for other stuff. This one for me probably will turn into a radio pouch, but for right now, 10 mags on here plus 6 just in the bandolier. That's 16 mags. That's like numbers. It's a broadcast basically. Almost, it's 2 plus a little bit of like a typical rifleman's combat load. And then on the back here, we put a frag pouch and we put a flash pouch on this side. This side I went ahead and stowed a tourniquet just so you guys could see what that looks like. Came out pretty sweet. This side, probably get some lip pillows, something like that for me, because I don't have access to those items that this pouch was made for. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good. We did a brown dye first, and there was some waterproofing stuff on some of the pouches, so it didn't really want to take water or dye very well. So we stuck that through. The brown actually did kind of just look like shit, if I'm being honest. It really just looked like I rubbed it in dirt and let it dry, and that was it. It was honestly terrible. So we threw everything through the washer just to try to get some abrasion on that, wash that stuff off as best as we could. And then I hit it with a dark green dye, and I let each of these run for about an hour. So we got pretty green. As you can see here, we've got some ACU sticking through with a little bit of the lighter grays. You can see it better even on the bandolier. But this isn't meant to be perfect. This is meant to take surplus gear that is very, very, very cheap and turn it into something that's usable. So for $50.33 with the full loadout plus an assault pack, which the assault pack is honestly my favorite part. I think this came out really good. You've got some browns showing through from the earlier dye. You've got some of the salt kind of showing through. You've got some ACU in different spots, but overall, like, it turned out pretty green, and it's going to blend in with the woods a lot better than that typical gray nonsense. So there is some other options. I don't want to tell you guys that this is the absolute only option for gear that you guys could buy, like entry level type stuff. But for $50.33 and the amount of things that you get total, I do think it is one of the better buys. If I wasn't looking at a flick, maybe my next step would probably be the TAPS rig. That's going to be your next best bet. Those run around the same price, up to like $80. I think I saw some for around $30, so $30 to $80 for a TAPS rig. Pretty sick. It is a better system, in my opinion, versus like the fighting load carrier, the kind of vest. These look like airsoft vests, in my opinion, but loaded out, I think they look sick, and I think they function well, especially like over a slickster or over just a plate carrier that's slick that you can just throw this on top of. I think it works really, really well. So for bushcrafting, camping, hunting, training, I think this is a great way to go. You get tons of mags on body. You get some extra stuff on the back side of you that you don't really need quick access to, but you can still access it one-handed if need be. You get the assault pack, which just is an essential tool for bugging out, bugging in, prepping in general. Assault packs are just a dirt cheap way to store a lot of stuff fast. Throw it in the trunk of your car, throw it next to your bedroom door, whatever you're going to do. Grab it and go whenever you get that phone call. I made a video a couple weeks ago about how to dye ACU stuff. Today, I'm going to show you the cheapest possible rifleman's loadout that you guys can get for yourself. We're going through a lot of weird times right now, a lot of weird conversations. And so for those of you that like to be prepared and are on a budget, I think this is really going to seal the deal and get you where you need to be. And I'm going to show you a few cheap ways to level that up or whatever, make it better to suit your needs. But we're going to start with this. So this is the 16-piece rifleman's kit from ammocanman.com. And it comes just like this in a box. So I haven't opened this yet. I'm going to unpack it just live here on video and show you guys what that looks like, what you can expect. So we'll go through all the zippers and kind of see where things are stashed at. I imagine most of it is in the main compartment. So as you can tell, this salt pack is pretty salty. It's all used stuff, which is why it comes in at a very cheap price. This entire setup, it's a 16-piece kit, was $50. So you can get an entire loadout for $50. That's pretty sweet. And that's obviously not including things like magazines, ammo, rifle, whatever. So we've got canteen pouch, or if you want to use a GP pouch, nods pouch, whatever. It's got a couple small pockets on the side, big pocket obviously for a canteen, and then you could put the flap over the top of that if you wanted to use the flap, or you tuck the flap in and you run your Y webbing there over the top of your canteen lid. So we've got two of those, both Molly, both ACU. We have got a Camelback, and I don't believe this comes with a bladder, but you can get a bladder pretty easy. This is just a good way. Store a little bit of water.
Can I get you anything?
Bloody! Bring it along with you. Or throw it back in your assault pack with water in it. Then you're going to get an e-tool pouch, right? So this is for your entrenching tool, your folding shovel. If you have one, you can pick those up surplus or at pawn shops pretty cheap. Or you can just use this as a dump pouch. You could put it on your belt back there, dump stuff in it. It secures nice. Something else you could use for like a thermal clip-on pouch, a nods pouch, stuff some foam in there, things like that. This is going to work great. In a dire situation, you could technically use it as a holster. Then you're going to get a bandolier. So this is a 6-mag bandolier. Each one of these pouches holds 2 mags. And I have heard some things saying that 2 steel mags fit good, but 2 polymer mags won't button. But you can get yourself a button punching set, and you can add a button here, and that'll allow that flap to be a little higher up, and you can fit polymer mags. But you get a bandolier. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces so far, including the bag itself. Then you get a waist pack. So just another cool tool to have. Something neat to have on your person. Attach it to your assault pack, attach it to your ruck, whatever. Throw a small bedroll, change of clothes. You could fill this with medical. You could fill it with extra supplies, MREs. Really, it's limitless, right? So you got that. Then this one is, I believe, a flashbang pouch or smoke pouch. Yep, this is the flashbang pouch. So you get a flashbang pouch in there. We got another mag pouch. This is a double M4 mag pouch. And all this stuff is Molly. Let's see, looks like a second double M4 mag pouch. So far we've got a bandolier that holds 6 mags and 2 double mag pouches. That's 10 mags already that we could carry. Then we've got a grenade pouch. And you don't have to have grenades or flashbangs for a lot of this stuff. If you don't need some of this stuff, don't put it on there, or find something else that fits in it. These grenade pouches fit small rangefinders really nice, or a small pair of binoculars. So that's a good idea. We've got this is a 6-pack. Yep. So we've got 2 here. This one's already mollied onto the other one. We've got 2 3 rifle mag placards to go straight on. You could double stack it, spread them out, whatever you want to do. We've got another pouch. I think this is another flashbang pouch, looks like. But again, you could throw compass, rangefinder, some kind of clip on. You can throw a magnifier in here. Lots and lots of capabilities with this stuff. Then we've got another frag pouch. And then this is our flick. Now, bear with me because these things are ugly. And if you've ever had to wear one, you know that they do kind of suck. But and this one, it does look like the sewing was ripped. So I'm going to have to reattach that, which is unfortunate. But that's easy. A couple stitches right there. So this is going to be the main piece of your gear. So you'll want to get it sized to yourself, and you'll be able to throw it over once it's nice and sized. Mag pouch, side pouches can be your canteens or your flashbangs, grenades, whatever pouch you're going to put on there. This one's missing the buckle, so we'll probably just cut this strap off. But you'll get this fitted to you. You've got MOLLE all the way to basically your 3 and 9 o'clock, which is cool. So this is a nice little chest rig setup slash sustainment setup. I'm probably going to put some of those pouches on here to carry canteens on the side of this pack. And then the assault pack is just a great tool in itself. You know, you get a lot of use out of just having something that you can throw stuff in, throw it in the trunk of your car, grab it, go, have it ready. You can use it as a bug out bag, whatever. So these do have little internal map pockets. They do Velcro close, as you can see here. So you can stuff some sensitive items inside your chest. You've got MOLLE all the way up almost to the shoulders. So you can mount your push to talk here. Really, your imagination is the only thing that's going to limit you with this setup. And so this was $50.33 for this entire 16-piece setup. And I'm going to dye mine just like I did the assault pack. I dyed it green. I'm going to either dye these green as well, maybe go for a darker, more woodland green, or I'm going to dye them tan because that also works well. But another thing you could do is just dye them black with RIT dye, or gray even, and you come up with like a cool black digital multicam look. So now I'm going to show you the next step of how to really level this up. So you can dye it, you can spray paint it, whatever, clean it up. It is used. It does smell a little bad. I recommend washing it for sure. Maybe not with detergent because you don't want to smell like soap, but give this a quick rinse with the garden hose, something like that. It is pretty nice. I mean, it does have padding in it. It is cool stuff. If you ever had to wear one, you know that they're not ideal. But that brings me to our next section. So the easy way to level up this setup is by grabbing yourself a slickster or something similar. And now you've got plates, and you take your flick, you swim into it, boom. Once this is buckled right, you know, and sized right, you've got body armor and you've got all your stuff on top of you for $50 for a loadout. And then you grab a slickster, an AC1, T3 from Spartan, whatever you want to get. AR 500 has sales on their base slickster that doesn't have any pouches on the cummerbund. I think they're $79 right now. So $140-ish, call it 150 with shipping. You get a 16-piece rifleman's loadout with an assault pack that you can pack with things ready to go. You have it ready to go whenever you need it. You get you a plate holder. You got to find plates on your own. That's where the price is, you know, probably going to double. But if you already have plates, or you scour Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, you could throw steel plates in there if you want. I don't recommend steel plates, but it is arguable that it's better than nothing. That's it for today, guys. I just wanted to show you the cheapest, effective way to spread your dollar and get you into some gear. Because I know a lot of people do get a little bit tismy about this kind of stuff and buy all the Gucci gear, but there's a lot of dudes that already have a carbine, already have 100 mags, already have ammo, already have MREs, water, everything you're going to need, medical as well, but they don't have gear. And you don't necessarily need gear, but in the long run, I do think that it's going to give you a better chance, and it's a lot more fun, especially playing dress up in the mirror for your girlfriend. So that's it for this video, guys. This is the Fighting Load Carrier 16-piece rifleman's kit. They did not pay me for this video. It'd be sweet if they did, but they definitely didn't. I just found this deal on, I think it was an Instagram ad, and I thought it was sick, and I thought I'd make a video about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if there's another alternate to the flick or the taps that you guys prefer. That way everyone else can see it and see what you guys are liking. Maybe Google it, do quick reviews, whatever. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Appreciate you. Until next time.